What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MrMaple Show. Man, I'm excited to be with you today. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate all the support from you guys here on our YouTube channel. We love putting out all kinds of crazy content. Today we've got a greenhouse walkthrough out at Buckholtz farm here in Oregon. Really excited to share this with you guys. So there's so many amazing plants just in this one greenhouse here, and there's hundreds and hundreds of greenhouses here, and it's amazing. It's hard to pick just a few plants to talk about, but we're gonna walk through this greenhouse and just kind of showcase you guys a few select ones that I'm interested in and want to show you. But it's really cool to be out here at Buckholtz farm. I mean, this is like one of the most iconic places when it comes to the nursery world. Talon Buchholz has introduced so many amazing plants, and I mean, it's an exciting time to be here, and I can't wait to share more and more of this with you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to be doing some garden walkthroughs out here, cultivar highlights, greenhouse walkthroughs. So make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with what we got going on here at Buckholtz. All right, let's jump right in. I got my buddy Sean here running the camera for me. I saw this right away. This is a really cool little broom here. This is called Acer palmatum Jim's Memory. Now, I love this tree right here, and I have a couple of personal reasons for this. I had my father-in-law, his name was Jim, and he passed away, and I thought it was a cool plant as like a memorial plant, being called Jim's Memory. I have one of these planted in the front yard and one in the back so that my mother-in-law can enjoy these out in the garden. And I think it's cool to have different plants that mean different things to you. But this is a really nice red broom style Japanese maple. Stays relatively small, nice dwarf plant for your garden and landscape. I love the leaf texture on this thing. It's really, really compact. And that broom kind of shortened center lobe is really cool. It gives it a unique texture in the garden, and it fits in a lot of spaces. I mean, I got this planted out in the backyard next to my wife's vegetable garden, and she likes to go out there and sit on a garden bench right there, enjoy her vegetable garden, and enjoy a Jim's Memory. So check this thing out. Really cool plant. I had to share that with you guys. What else we got in here, man? We got all kinds of crazy stuff. And the color on this thing is just going off right now. We got some staked golden falls here that's just really, really got this kind of bleached out color right now this time of the year. We're in a little bit late spring here at Buckholtz Nursery. And this time of the year, this thing starts to really transition into this kind of bleached lime green color. Leaves out a really nice kind of orange with a green with an orange border to it. So it has a lot of transition in color, and you can stake these up. These are a weeping form of Japanese maple, much like a Ryusen, but a better color, a lot more color variant on the spring. But yeah, you can stake these up about as tall as you want, let them cascade down, or you can just let them start from low. I mean, these are staked up nice and tall. Really caught my eye because the colors are just going off right now in the greenhouse. Had to share that with you. Golden Falls, really cool cultivar. I love the weeping cascading styles Japanese maples. I think this is one you definitely need to add to your collection. The color is just looking so good in here right now. Everything is just premium. Let's see what else we got here. How about for a contrast? Let's look at these right over here. I got some nice ones coming up here, guys. Check this out. We got Acer Shirasawanum Purple Umbrella. Now this is, I believe, is a Crispin Silva introduction. Really nice Matsumura style, being a Shirasawanum in that red purple color is really unique. This thing can get some really dark shades too. We give this a little bit more sun, it really brings that dark purple color, goes great with that name, being that purple umbrella. And I think the way those leaves kind of just hang, nice and big leaves, they kind of look like a little umbrella hanging there on top of that a stem. Really cool texture too. I love the Matsumura style leaf on it. I think, you know, that's one of my favorite style of leaves. It just gives it a different feel than your like standard palmatum style leaf. And purple umbrella, really cool plant. I think this one is definitely one that if you're a collector, man, you need to have one of these in your garden for sure. Let's see what else we got here, guys. We got so many great plants. I mean, I'm seeing things that's just mind-blowing. Let's stop and talk about this one for a little bit. We got Acer Palmatum Marmalade. Woo. I mean, this set of marmalades is just going off in the greenhouse right now. These crazy like peach tones, pink tones, highlighter yellows, greens, like just really vast multicolor spectrum on these plants right now. And I think it just makes it stand out amongst a lot of the other varieties of Japanese maple. I think this is one of like Talon's newest introductions here at the Buckholtz farm. And so, I mean, you know, when Talon Buckholtz puts a name on something, he ain't messing around. This thing is going to really light up your garden. I mean, when you come into this greenhouse, I think me and Sean were like, the first thing we saw was these crazy marmalades. Look at that color, man. Really, really nice. I like how it transitions from kind of that orangish pink color to that light yellow, and then lower down in the branches, more shaded branches, you get greens. So on one plant, you're going to just have a vast array of colors all the way up through the tree. The new growth on it is super vibrant. Really cool plant, man. Marmalade, definitely coming soon to Mr. Maple. Make sure you go into the page that we have Marmalade and sign up to be notified when this thing comes in stock, because you're going to want to get your hands on it. Probably going to sell out really quick because everybody wants a new Talon Buckholtz introduction, right? How about let's do another crazy contrast here. Look at this, guys. We got Acer Palmatum Lillianne's Jewel. Dude, this is one of my favorite variegated Japanese maples. That pink and red kind of contrast is just super vibrant. And what I love about Lillianne's Jewel is that you can play off of that color spectrum. So if you give this more sun, you can get some of the really vibrant hot pinks and dark reds combined. And if you give it a little more shade, you get more of those whites and kind of soft pinks with a little bit lighter maroon red. I mean, so depending on where you plant it in your garden, you can get a lot of variety of color with this thing. And the variegation is very, very consistent. Doesn't revert very easily, and this thing is definitely one that when it comes to variegated plants, I think this one's really high on my list personally. I mean, there's a lot of variegated plants out there, but nothing quite like Lillianne's Jewel, man. This thing lights up. Love this plant. You guys definitely need to check this out. Let's see what else we got here, guys. We're moving right along in the greenhouse here at Buckholtz Nursery. Man, right? I mean, you guys are seeing what's around me. It's hard to narrow it down to pick a few to talk about, but we'll just kind of doing this contrast thing, right? Let's go from Lillianne's Jewel to this Aureum. Acer Shirasawanum Aureum. This is like the OG of the Shirasawanums, man, like the parent plant to so many amazing plants out there like Autumn Moon, Moonrise. This thing is crazy yellow. I mean, the colors on this is so vibrant. You want to give this some protection from the afternoon shade to get that best color. It can get a little bit burnt if you get it too far out in the sun, but you can play around with that a little bit and push the limits on that. But the colors on Aureum are phenomenal. Really, really nice, vibrant greens and yellows that you can get with this plant. And I love the Shirasawanum, that broad, rounded, full moon leaf on it. The texture is crazy, right? I mean, you could pair this with a Lillianne's Jewel and create some dynamic contrast in your garden. That's what we're all about, trying to create a beautiful landscape to go out and enjoy and just be in shock and awe of everything that's going on around you. And Aureum definitely brings that level of intensity, that highlighter yellow. Really cool plant, man. I love Aureum. So many cool plants to talk about in here. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. I mean, sometimes it's about color contrast. Sometimes it's about texture contrast. I got to show you guys this wicked looking plant right here. This is Acer Palmatum Fairy Hair. I mean, this thing is insane, man. These tiny little strings of the lobes that are turned into these little strings. And there's an epic size one here at Buckholtz Nursery. And when I saw that, it made me appreciate this plant even more because what it can get to in a good age. A young plant like this, you know, it's hard to kind of understand what it can do in your landscape. But the texture on this thing is absolutely insane. Beautiful fall color too, oranges and reds and yellows. I mean, it really lights up. And that stringy texture, man, there's just nothing else quite like it. When you get into the linear lobums, this is one of the finest, stringiest varieties of those. So like if you're looking for a wild texture to add to your garden, definitely fairy hair. One of Talon Buckholtz's first introductions as well. So like, I mean, this is a plant you definitely have in your collection, and one that's highly sought after too. When this thing goes on sale at Mr. Maple, they're gone, man. And it's for good reason. This thing is just wicked crazy. I mean, if you tried to explain to somebody that this was Japanese maple, they're like, what in the world is that, right? I love that about this plant. Moving on here, guys. Man, there's so many things to talk about. We'll jump back into some different little contrasts and highlights here. I believe what we got here, guys, is a celebration. Right, this thing comes in really strong with some of the greatest pink tones that you can get on a reticulated style Japanese maple. This is another Buckholtz introduction. I mean, we carry them heavy here with the Buckholtz plants, but I love reticulated Japanese maples because they're so intricate with that veining on the leaf. Really gives you something that kind of draws your eye in, provides such an interesting change throughout the season. Really strong reticulation on celebration, and those bright pinks are really, really nice. They help provide such a great contrast in the garden, kind of popping off everything else that you have. And I love the texture on this too. Really nice full palmate leaf on that. Really nice intricate reticulation. I think when it comes to reticulated, celebration might be one of those in that top tier, especially when those pink tones. I mean, if you're looking for a bright pink in your garden, definitely get a celebration for that. Beautiful plant, guys. You got to have one of these in your collection. All right, here we go. Here we go, Sean. What else we got in here? Man, so many cool plants. All right, so when it comes to some of these really weirdo plants, we just talked about fairy hairs a minute ago. How about purple curl? This thing looks so wild. Absolutely love this thing. You get this really weird kind of malting effect on the leaf that kind of deforms and mutates that leaf, giving it this kind of curled feel to it. Multicolor, you get pinks and reds, along with that kind of green, dark maroon colors. I mean, no two leaves look the same too. I really like that about it. Some of those branches can be really kind of mutated and gnarled up. Some of them will have more of the standard leaf, and it kind of develops as each branch kind of develops in each season. So it's always kind of providing an interesting texture and color. Purple curl, I think me and Sean, that's one of our favorites. Definitely one that you got to have in your collection. I have this in a pot in my front yard. So it's a great container plant, something that you can kind of bring up close to you, where you can get up close and enjoy that amazing texture and just kind of mutation that happens on those leaves. If you're looking for a Japanese maple weirdo, get you a purple curl, man. This thing is awesome. All right, man, whew, there's so many great plants in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's talk about this little Scarlet Princess for just a second. You know what I love about Scarlet Princess is this is a broom form of a lace leaf, which is not really that common in the world of Japanese maples. So you have this broom form of a lace leaf that stays more small and compact, giving you a unique style of lace leaf in the garden, where most are going to get a larger kind of weeping, cascading forms. This is going to stay relatively small, but still give you those intricate kind of cascading forms to it, more in that broom shape. Nice red lace leaf on it. Really cool texture. I think, you know, if you're looking for a small spot in your garden that you want a lace leaf that's not going to outgrow that space, definitely get you a Scarlet Princess. Super cool plant. All right, moving along here. Man, we could spend all day in here, Sean, talking about plants. Keep this thing rolling as best I can. You know, I think let's see here. I see some color contrast coming up here that I want to talk about. I mean, when it comes to Buckholtz, we all know Buckholtz has got some amazing introduction, but those guys at Mr. Maple, they don't mess around either. We got a crazy cultivar here, one of my favorites. We got Hot Blonde. This thing is absolutely electric, really, really vibrant, kind of those green blonde colors when it leaves out in the spring. Sometimes you get this nice kind of pink to orange border on that leaf as well. Super bright yellows. I mean, this really lights up in the garden. I've got one of these planted in my garden in full sun. This is part of the Heat Seekers series as well. So you can give this a lot of sun and not have to worry about getting that scald on the leaf. This thing can handle it. I always tell people, man, give it hell. This plant can take some sun and put it in the hottest spot you got in your garden and watch this thing really perform. And when it comes to Japanese maples, you're kind of breaking the barrier with that. A lot of times Japanese maples don't perform as well in those high heat areas, but with Hot Blonde, it takes it to the next level, provides a really nice color in your garden. And the fall color on this thing is electric too. I think it gets in there and rivals with like Osakazuki, bright pink reds. Super cool. I just think this plant performs so well in so many categories. It should be at the top of your list. Hot Blonde, definitely an awesome plant. All right, let's see what we can end on strong here, Sean. This is another crazy introduction from Mr. Maple. We got hot chicken here, guys. Now, if you're from the South, you know what hot chicken's all about. Some spicy hot chicken. We love that. I know Matt's all about the spicy hot chicken. One of the things that he loves about that, and that's why he named it this. I mean, this thing is so wild. I have one in my collection, and I'll just say this. I have a lot of Japanese maples in my garden, and nothing looks like the hot chicken. This thing gives you like that sessilifolium style leaf, but in a different way. I mean, the texture on it is really, really interesting. I love how each lobe is kind of divided back all the way to the stem, giving it a unique texture in the garden. Really nice pink new growth over top of that. And just, I love everything about this plant. I think this is another one that's part of that kind of Heat Seekers series. And so you can put this in a lot of high heat areas in your garden. Really performing well in mine. I'm always excited when I go out to my garden. I'm like, man, how's that hot chicken looking out there today? And I think it's just a fun name to have something like that in your garden. And part of that Heat Seekers series, really cool plant. Guys, I'm having a blast out here. Me, Sean, Matt, hanging out at Buckholtz Nursery. It's an amazing place. I mean, we could spend all day out here in this one greenhouse just talking about all the crazy plants in here. And we got so much more to share with you. Really appreciate you tuning in here to the Mr. Maple Show. I hope you enjoy these greenhouse walkthroughs. I think it's something you guys are always kind of excited about. It feels like an inside scoop of what we got going on here at the farm. Really cool to share this with you today. Make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're always doing cool content like this. So take care. God bless. Have a great day.